Hey there, fitness and health enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been a bit of a mystery for many: creatine. You've probably heard about it, but is it just another fad, or is there some real science behind its benefits? Let's find out. So, creatine has this reputation of being associated with muscle building and intense workouts, but is that all there is to it? Personally, I think there's a lot more to uncover, and it's not just about building bigger muscles. First things first, creatine is not a steroid or hormone. It's a naturally occurring compound found in our muscles and brain, made up of 3 amino acids. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Every cell in our body, especially muscles, relies on an energy currency called ATP to function. But our bodies only store a tiny amount of ATP, enough for a few seconds of maximum effort. Once that ATP is used up, it's like a dead battery, and that's when fatigue kicks in. Now, this is where creatine steps in as a rapid response energy reserve. It's stored in our muscles as phosphocreatine and recharges those dead ATP molecules, giving us that extra boost for short, intense bursts of activity. Think sprinting or lifting heavy weights. But it's not just about muscles. Our brains use a significant amount of ATP too, especially when we're focusing, studying, or multitasking. Creatine can help recycle ATP faster and protect brain cells during metabolic stress. It might even improve short-term memory, mental stamina, and reaction time, especially when we're sleep-deprived or stressed. Here's something intriguing: as we age, our muscle mass tends to decline, which also affects our creatine stores. This can lead to physical and mental fatigue, reduced strength, and slower recovery. So, could creatine supplementation be a way to combat these age-related declines? Now, creatine operates differently from protein and caffeine. While protein builds muscle structure and caffeine stimulates the brain, creatine provides the underlying energy that makes these processes more efficient. It's like the fuel that powers the engine. So, who might benefit from creatine supplements? Well, athletes and individuals performing high-intensity exercises can definitely consider it. But it's not just about physical performance. Studies suggest that creatine supplementation can also improve brain function, especially for older adults. Vegetarians and seniors might find it particularly beneficial, as creatine is naturally found in red meat and fish. However, it's not for everyone. Those with kidney issues or impaired kidney function should steer clear, as creatine can overload the kidneys. The same goes for individuals with diabetes, high blood pressure, or reduced glomerular filtration rate. It's also best avoided by those under 18, pregnant, or lactating, as there's insufficient evidence on its safety for these groups. Consistency is key with creatine. Daily dosing, even on non-training days, is recommended to maintain muscle creatine concentrations. And for those looking to boost brain function, current research suggests that regular creatine intake can improve mental alertness, even without regular exercise. Now, let's talk dosage. Recommendations range from 3g to 10g daily, but for the average person, 3g to 5g per day is considered safe and effective for maintaining muscle mass. More isn't always better. Higher doses might cause gastrointestinal discomfort. One common question is whether our bodies can get used to creatine over time. The answer is no. Creatine is a natural substance, and our bodies won't forget to produce it or become addicted to supplementation. When you stop taking creatine, the levels in your muscles will gradually decline, and you might notice a decrease in high-intensity workout performance. As for downsides, creatine uses water to deliver phosphocreatine, so staying hydrated is crucial. You might also experience some water retention, especially with higher doses, leading to weight gain of about 1 to 2 kilograms in the first few weeks. When it comes to choosing a creatine supplement, opt for creatine monohydrate in powder form. It's the most effective, well-researched, and safest form. Other forms like creatine ethyl ester or buffered creatine might cause gastrointestinal discomfort and are less effective. As for timing, it's best to take creatine whenever you're most likely to remember to take it daily. Some studies suggest taking it post-workout, or with a meal containing carbs or protein might improve its uptake into the muscles. So, there you have it. Creatine is more than just a muscle-building supplement. It's a fascinating compound with potential benefits for both physical and mental performance. As always, consult with a healthcare professional before starting any supplementation, and stay tuned for more insights on health and fitness.